Hey, what's good? What's good, YouTube? What's good? It's your boy. It's the Blood Lich King. What's up? What's up? Bringing you guys the definitive, well, my definitive Blood Lich King build. You feel me? So, Blood DK actually slaps, and to me, it got a buff recently. I know. DK overall, Frost DK, Unholy, got a nerf, but that had nothing to do with Blood. Blood actually feels pretty much untouched, actually feels a little bit stronger in PvP right now. So let's get into this. Let's do this. Let's talk about Blood DK, talents, gear, all of that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? PvP talents and all. But let me say this. We got to talk about race first, because as a DK, it's actually pretty hard to either do really high damage or to do really high damage in solos or 2v2s or 3v3s, and at the same time being able to like be useful. You know what I'm saying? So in order to be useful and do really high damage, I really would suggest two classes or two races, if you want to say two races for this. So go over these two races really quick. We'll just talk about it really fast, why we pick them. And there's one for the Alliance, one for the Horde, so everybody wins. There's basically two for each, but everybody wins here. Everybody wins here. So I feel like this really should be talked about. A lot of wild content creators who give out builds and all of these things, I feel like they talk about it in a sense that they're talking to all players who've been playing for 10 to 15 years. I've not been playing. I started literally at the beginning of Dragonflight, basically. I haven't even played all of season 1 or 2. I'm just coming back in season 3, but I love the Blood DK and I've been working on it, and I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna play the game now. So really quick, talk about these races. Let's talk about these races. For our first race, let's just go in here real quick, create new character. I will be suggesting the Horde side patrol. Now the reason is because patrol gets the berserk, which increases their attack and their casting speed, so they're going to get higher haste over here. And then they're also going to get the berserk, which is going to be increasing your rune generation, and that's really what you want. You want a bunch of rune generation to bang out a bunch of more damage. So to me, the Horde side is going to be more damage. Kind of. Like, I'll say your go window is going to be a little bit more consistent, like that. And then this is the first race I would suggest, and then for the second race I would suggest an orc, because you have a pet. That's obviously you get to summon something, so he does more damage. You get enraged to increase more damage, and then you also get a stun break. So those are the two for the Horde side. And now, talking about Alliance, we have the Human. The Human basically is an orc, if you ask me. But instead, his stats are increased. So they give you a Berserk, which increases your damage. But you get overall stat, you get overall crit, you get overall mastery, you get overall verse. So that's just, oh, and haste. So that's just an automatic boost, but you also get the stun break. You don't get the pet increase damage, which kind of makes up with the stat increase. So Human's a very good race, and Darnell, very, very good race. Highly recommend it, actually. The race I use, because you get increased agility, which is like an increased haste, basically. You get increased intellect, and will help out our heal a little bit. You get the increased strength, which is our primary stat on a Death Knight. So, given that, this race has a race kill, which is absolutely insane. We're gonna be going ahead and let's talk about that. Let's talk about this race here. So like I said, either Troll or Draenel, and mine's I main Draenel, for the Alliance. So let's do it. Let's do it. I know. Alright, let's get into this really quick. We're gonna go really fast. Just want to show y'all this. This is my troll build. So if I was using my troll, because he gets the berserk and increased haste and all of that, I would be using this. So really quick, go over this, why we use this. Basically, this side is going to be the same. This side is going to be the same. But why we play this side, like the way we do as a troll class. You getting the increased haste and all of these things and not having a heal. Not having a heal. And I know they're going to be like, bro, but you do big death strikes and all of these things. Your heal's going to be crazy. Yes. But at the same time, you're going to want to heal that can like heal your teammate or heal you that's like in a really, really desperate moment. And we're not talking death pack because death pack is stupid to me. Death pack is stupid. Alright, so anyways. The reason why we use this over here, we have extra vampiric blood absorption. Now this is really the only difference in this build. So you got an increased haste for each bone stack. You're gonna need that. So this is why I'm like, bro, your haste is gonna be going crazy, and then your wound generation is gonna be going crazy, which is just gonna allow you to drop more death strikes and other hard strikes, you know, going in with your rotation. So this, and then you want these two here. So then vampiric blood reduces cooldown time, you know. So you're gonna need that for each runic, 10 runics spent. So remember, your haste is gonna be going crazy. Spending 10 runics easy, and then you're gonna get your vampiric blood back really, really fast. And then once you get your vampiric blood back, this is how you're gonna play vampiric blood as your heal as a troll. So that's why we play like this as a troll. It keeps our sustain up, it keeps our damage up, and it still allows us to heal ourselves consistently and make sure we don't just get insta melted. You know what I mean? Because like, trust me, you can find yourself in that moment where you run out of things to do as a DK. We all know. Oh no, it's not special. But this is the point. Like, we're not going to be ever sitting around not doing anything. This is the point of having these talents the way we have them. We're not ever going to be sitting around. But for the Draenei, and this is where we're just going to talk about the overall way that we play with this because this is my main way. This is my main, you feel me, my main squeeze right here. So let's get into the left side real quick. We got this all set up. We got the anti-magic barrier. We're not gonna increase the stamina. Leech, we left that out. Now this is really like the real shift here in the build. We don't need anything for our pet. He's going to be played as a heal. So he's just going to be a heal. We're just going to sacrificial pack. This is really like for the troll. This is also for like, dude, just getting stunned and CC'd and stunned and CC'd over and over and over. You just need something to just like throw your health back up to a certain amount so that you can just re-benefit from things like blood draw and vampiric blood again. You're going to want to need that sacrificial pack, you feel me? But now this is where it gets a little tippy here, because people would say 2-minute icebound so that you can have a 2-minute stun break. If that matches don't go that long. Do not do this. Matches do not go that long. Okay. If they go in that long, you're gonna just already you might as well wait another minute. You might as well stay alive and play for another minute. You feel me? If you make it to 2 minutes, play another minute. But anti-magic zone is like a team helper. Like, this thing is absolutely massive sometimes. You need this zone. You need this safe zone. This is going to help dampen all types of skills and abilities in Magic. Like, This is highly recommended, okay? Highly recommended over the 2-minute Icebound. But this is what it would look like. This is usually what people would kind of go with, and they would play over here Empowering Rune. They wouldn't play Unholy Bond or the Soul Ripper, but I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you why I'm the Blood Lich King, okay? I'm gonna show you why I'm the Blood Lich King. Alright, let me show you something. We're gonna keep our zone in, right? Of course you go asphyxiate. This is our stun. We need this. Alright. Our absorbs 15% more effective. Obviously that's a go. Runic attuning, attuneation. Excuse me. Just give us some auto rune generation. Let's get that. Then you know we want that in there. Then you want blood draw. If you fall below 30% health, you drain 30k from the enemy. Okay. Now, like I said, remember, you gotta be boom, slapping yourself up with heals there, slapping yourself up with a heal there. Don't worry, when we get over here, we're gonna be talking about a couple of more things that are just gonna keep you alive. And the thing about these heals are they're like steady. You know what I mean? They're like steady, so that you don't really have to push too many buttons or think too much about it. Like, you know, there's one button, but don't, you know, we got that. There's an O combo. There's an O combo. So I got you. Don't worry. We're gonna talk about that. But here we go. We got Wraith Walk. I don't know why people aren't Wraith Walking. And I know they'll be like root stuns and immunities, blah blah blah. All of that is no, it's actually ridiculous right now. And as a DK, you want to stay as fast as possible. And the reason as you stay as fast as possible is because like you could instantly get killed just standing still, sitting in roots and stuns. So Wraith Walk, we're Wraith Walking no matter what. All right, now Unholy Ground, this is going to be increasing our haste. Remember, as a Draenei we get a little bit of extra haste, but we don't have Empowering Rune weapon, so this is going to make up for a little bit of that extra haste. In our gear, don't worry, we stacking also a little bit of extra haste. You feel me? So we're gonna get to that. We'll get to that. But right here, we got Death's Echo, which gives us another Death Advance and a Death Grip, so that we can stay on top of healers, hunters, and mages. You feel me? So we're gonna keep on top of casters and keep on top of ranged DPS. Gonna need Death's Echo to go keep getting them grips and getting those runs, you know, getting that Death Advance to chase them down, burn them down, you know what I mean? Now, this is where it really gets like, they're like, bro, what are you doing with the Soul Reaper and Unholy Bond and all of this? Listen to this combo. A-Bomb, 100k shadow damage, Soul Ripper, 12k on attack, and then it also does 54k on explosion. Now you're probably like, so what? That's nothing. That's what? That's crazy. On top of the effectiveness of your Rune Forge is increased by 20%. Our Rune Forge, go here really quick. Rune Forge. Our Rune Forge, when Death Strike deals increased damage based on the target's missing health. Now that is increased by 20% automatically. And then we didn't even get to the right side of our talent tree. That's automatically increased, and 58% increased by another 20. So that's about 75% healed. A 78, almost 80% health healed over 8 seconds. Remember, like I said, it's all steady. That just keeps us in the fight. We don't even have to think about that, and it's just gonna pop, give us 85% of our health over 8 seconds if we drop that low. And we just get to keep fighting and keep swinging as we're just going up. And remember, we have defensives. We have defenses like Rune Tap. We have Rune Tap, which is 4 seconds. We just take away 20% absorption. We have Windscorn. We got Icebound. We got Magic Zone, Magic Shield. Just dampening everything that allows our heals to just steadily just keep us in the game. Just keep us in the game. Remember, you don't want to steadily over a 2-minute fight get hit for 8 million. Not too many players without a healer can survive that. Trust me, bro. They're not going to be able to do that. So now back here really quick. So now you combine Soul Ripper, A-Bomb, and Soul Ripper can hit for almost 200k. 200k Soul Ripper if you combined it with Dancing Room Weapon. 200k. 200k Soul Ripper combined with Dancing Room Weapon. So if you do it right, if you hit them below 35% health with 3 Dancing Room Soul Rippers, that's like one of the nastiest executes, especially if you're just slapping death strikes on top of the, yeah, you're just gonna, it's annihilation, bro. Trust me, it's an amazing execute damage. You get them low and it's an amazing execute damage. Like, I don't know anyone who can burst heal through this. Trust me, this is what makes them absolutely insane. So let's get over here to the right side and let's get a 2. Remember earlier we talked about the troll and how the troll goes for a little bit more heals, but the Draenei has a heal itself and has pretty steady heals. So we get to go for a little bit more damage. Now the only things here, I'll just show you really quick. You can see the switch. You see? Vampiric Blood, Vampiric, Vampiric. So we got a Vampiric combo there going. You see that? You see that? Then we make a switch back to the other one. You drop Vampiric. You're going for the Her Strike combo here. And now you're going to see this is where the damage comes. This is where the damage comes for the Draenei. This is a Her Strike combo. Nasty. So add extra 30. You add extra 15%. So your Her Strike does 30. You add this. So now your Her Strikes generate more runic power. But on top of that, you have, where is it? I believe it is this one here, right? No, I'm sorry, I'm blanking on this. Your Crimson Surge, Versatility, Blood Plague. There's one where I'm missing this. I'm sorry. Your Her Strike hits an additional 3 enemies when standing in Death and Decay. I cannot afford it's just that's crazy. Okay. Anyways. Follow this. I have the link down. I have my build code link down. There's definitely one where it allows your Her Strike to hit 3 additional enemies when standing in your Death and Decay, which is the reason why your Her Strike is going to be just generating extra runic power with it. That's the point. At least one point you'll get extra runics coming out. Now the reason why we run Tombstone is because it goes perfect with our Dancing Room package. So with our Dancing Room package, you get this right here, the Insatiable Blade, and its Dancing Room generates 5 bone charges. When a charge of Bone Shield is consumed, the cooldown of Dancing Room is reduced by 5 seconds. So you can use this to force your Dancing Room cooldown to go. And with our PvP talent, we'll talk about it in a second, this one is mandatory, you will reduce your cooldown by 50%. Increase the duration by 20 seconds. This is like I said, you're gonna be doing this. You're gonna be Last Dance, Death Strike, Soul Ripper, Execute. You feel me? You're A-Bomb, Blind, Last Dance, Soul Ripper, Death Strike. In the day. Trust me, that combo is going to annihilate. That's a burst window for the Draenei, and it's absolutely nasty. Now, the reason why it is absolutely nasty is because of Bloodshot. While your bone shields are active, your physical damage is increased by 25%. This buff right here with the 25% on Death Strike. Move out of the way. This buff right here increases the healing of our Death Strike, and the more stronger our Death Strike hits, right here, more heals. And then we also have the Hearth Strike, which has a chance to increase the damage of your Death Strike by 20%. So you're just gonna Hearth Strike, Death Strike, Hearth Strike, Death Strike, Hearth Strike, Death Strike until you get up, get your things up, get everything up nice and weakened. Then you burst your burst window, throw a couple of Hearth Strikes in there until you proc this Heart Rend, and then that's the combo right there, boys. You can also strangulate, asphyxiate, so that they can't break stun. That's why we run the strangulate. Really quick, let's just go over the PvP talents. Run strangulate to asphyxiate, and then you set up combo. Strangulate, asphyxiate, raise the dead, sacrificial pack, heal really quick. Here goes another heal combo. You could use anti-magic barrier with your Draenei heal. Just reduce all the damage, and then you get the 20k or 20% of a 12k bar. You're set. You're set. That's the combo. Now let's look at the gear real quick, really fast. This video's getting kind of long. Let's run over the gear. And like I said, I have not been playing this for very long. Season 3, I'm catching up right now. You know, so going a lot of mastery because this also increases our damage of our Death Strike by 46%. Death Strike is hitting for almost 300k. If you get all your ducks lined up, you can hit someone for 300k. Death Strike. And you could throw in the Dancing Rune weapon and hit 3 times with that. Probably about half the damage with each sword, but still, that's still another 300k because each sword probably about 150 by themselves. That's, bro, trust me, insane when you stack verse on a blood DK. I mean, we stack mastery, sorry. And then you, of course, you're gonna need your verse. I'm working on this. I'm trying to get this up to at least 15%, 32% verse. You know what I'm saying? And then your haste, I'm working on this. Like I said, if I can get a couple of my pieces upgraded here, a couple of rings, couple of trinkets here. Still got some pieces I'm working on. But for the most part, I got my mastery just about a sweet spot. If I could get about 3 more points on there and 50 it out, that would be A1 Perico. If I could get 3 more points on verse, beautiful. And if I can get about 2 more points on haste, beautiful. So we're on 20 haste. Remember, Draenei, his racial pass, he gets more haste, so he just naturally has it. You know what I mean? And then we'll look at our gears and our set bonuses and what we're using really fast. Just knock this one out. So we're using the Hell Bloom. You can get this from your PvP gear vendors right here in Valdraken. I'm going to show you guys on the map too where you need to go. They don't, a lot of WoW content creators don't talk about that. They don't tell you how to upgrade your gear or how you have to do blacksmithing level 50, this or that, or all of these other other little things that you got to do to get your gear right. So I'm showing you what I'm going to be using and what I'm going to be upgrading and what I'm using. You know what I mean? So like I said, stacking, mastery, burst, and haste. Everything else can kind of fall off the board. We get natural crit too, so you don't have to worry about crit either. Before our first set, we're using the Hell Bloom 2-piece, increases your versatility by 105. You need that automatically. And then the 4-piece is when you get stunned, you get resolved, absorbing 61k damage. With all of our absorptions already, all of our things that we already got going on, all of our passives that are going to be popping off and healing us and giving us health, another 61k absorption. I'm telling you, another 61k absorption. And that's it. That's all you need on this. That's the 4-piece. Now, the Risen Nightmares Grave Mantle is the 4-piece you want. Now, this is the 4-piece you're going to be chasing down as a Blood DK. Trust me. Listen. Your runic power has a chance to cause your next Heartstrike to apply Ashen Decay, reducing damage dealt to you by 10%. Bro, we're so tanky. We're so tanky, 10%. And also increasing your damage dealt to the afflicted target by 20%. With all your ducks lined up in a row, you can burst someone down just as fast as the Frost DK or Unholy. Blood DK is not short on damage. Definitely not Season 3 Dragonflight. Not short on damage. Trust me, boys. Trust me. And for the 4-piece of this set, which is absolutely crazy because the first part was just a 2-piece. Just a 2-piece that you can actually buy from the Conquest vendor. 2-piece. Now this is really where your A-Bomb Limb and your Soul Reaper comes into play. Listen, heavy. Soul Reaper's execution damage and Abomination Limb damage applies Ashen Decay to the target. And Heartstrike and Blood Boil's target, direct damage target, let me mention that, extends Ashen Decay's duration by 1 second. So each hit. Now remember, really quick, because this is where we're gonna pop the ending off right here, because that's all that needs to be said. If you're not playing this, there's no way you could be the Blood Lich King. I am the Blood Lich King with this. I'm telling you guys. I know, a little bit of brag and get the chip off my shoulder, but I love it. Trust me, I've been having very much fun with this, and I'm glad I started playing Blood Lich King World of Warcraft again. I love it. But like I was saying, if you're doing all of that and you also have the effectiveness of your Blood Plague going off 5% more times, and it's just popping people even more, 6% more damage, like everything is just going to be melting, kids. And don't forget, like I said, you have Strangulate, that's a kick. You have Asphyxiate, that's a kick. You have Blinding Sleep, that's a kick. You have Grip, that's a kick. And you have Death Echo, which is 2 grips, so that's 2 more, that's an extra kick. This build is insane. And now, like I said, one last thing. If you have a problem with stun breaks because you have a 3-minute Icebound, this is the last problem I find with this, is if you get stun locked, you getting that real wrapped up stun chain, it's GG's. But if you get yourself a Gladiator's Medallion, you just might change your gameplay up a little bit more. So I do recommend a Gladiator's Medallion over the Insignia. So I'm working on it. Like I said, you know, I'm getting my conquest up. I'm gonna get myself a Gladiator's Medallion and turn on some kids for a little bit longer. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming to the channel. And if you enjoy the Blood DK, you know, drop a like on this video. You know what to do. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all. Definitive Blood Lich King build, baby. Let's go crazy.